Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Helps if we're properly set up. We are getting ready to do some Zwift Games. So it's gonna be a very, very tough time. I think this race, again, glad that bikes are neutralized in some ways. In other ways, I'm not. I always think, oh, what bike am I going to use? And then I come to the realization that bikes are neutralized, so it doesn't really matter what I choose. Yeah, I kind of really wish I had a climbing bike, is how I sort of look at things. I just wish we had that little bit of boost for the climbs, but that's not going to be the case. We are going to straight up be just like everybody else. So that'll give an advantage to the climbers, for sure. Watched Darren's race earlier. Valiant efforts. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this being kind of a very long ride in comparison to what we normally do. At the end of the day, plain and simple, it's going to be a long race as far as Monday stream races go, because usually we're racing for anywhere from like half an hour to 45 minutes. The odd time we'll get something that takes us a little bit further out, closer to that hour range. But generally speaking, it's a short affair. This guy is going to be much, much longer than any of those races. It's a good amount of climbing, a lot of KOMs. Group 4 is low as the group. This is like the lower range of the two ranges that I'm in, and there's still a good whack of bees. And there's a good whack of people in there that I don't know what they are, because it's set to private. It doesn't even show you that, which I think is kind of weird. At the very least, it should be showing you what category these guys are and all that kind of stuff. Like, I get it if you want to hide your name. Well, it doesn't even hide your name. You want to hide your age and all that kind of good information, that's fine. But at the end of the day, I would like to kind of generally know what we're up against. Now, I say this every week, and I kind of say it as a joke, because a lot of races in the real world don't start off like gangbusters, but Zwift races always seem to start off really, really fast. And I always joke about, let's just take it easy for a little bit, boys, and then we'll start playing the games. But I kind of really mean it this week. If we're gonna go like hot to trot out the gate, so like the first round of the Zwift Games, which was absolutely mental, which we did all right in because it was a sprint stage, but it's gonna be, if it goes out at that pace, it's just going to be utter carnage for me. It'll be unsustainable. So I don't know. There are some familiar names in there. I believe Miguel's racing. But aside from Miguel, a lot of people, I'm not sure they know how to pace themselves for something that is going to be well over an hour. So going out as we do week after week and sit well above our FTP for a good chunk of the race, that's That's going to be not cool, especially with the climbing. It's and if that's going to be the case, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty ugly, to say the least. We have selected the camo headband because I just expect this to be a war, and there's going to be lots of casualties, mainly me, and that's it. Hey, Super Pido, and looks like you were trying to spam something, so that gets deleted by the bots automatically over there on Twitch. Sorry, my man. It's just how that works. Wise bot's pretty fair about that stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time. What was I gonna say? I mean, all you crazy guys were doing the Alp yesterday, which is awesome. Got to see a couple of the people that streamed it after the fact, which was really kind of cool. I mean, it looked like there was a ton of people and a ton of PRs and a ton of fun to be had and some great pacing and everything along those lines. It was awesome. I unfortunately couldn't partake because I knew I was going to do this, and if I did that, I would just be toast. I mean, it's I'm not sure that the outcome's going to be any better, but tired legs doing this is probably not the way to go about it. I mean, if you're doing this race this week, anything for Zwift Games is like, give yourself the best chance and make sure you're coming into it relatively fresh, hydrated, fueled, all that kind of good stuff. It is rare that I fuel during a race, but there is that. Because we might need a little boost, to be honest. It's going to be wild, I think, at the end of the day. All right, let's get some housekeeping done while it's quiet in here. I will say that as per usual, we're going to throw the Streamlabs bet bot in there so you guys can all bet. And I don't know how many are in the group. I think there's 35, but I wouldn't put high hopes on me doing well, to be honest. It's this is, while more endurance is my style, I am more a flatlander endurance guy, and let's start her off. You see, and that's scary, Darren. It's like, this is a race that I would say is more suited to your type than my type in this world. And if it's brutal for you, it's just going to murder me. Yeah, and I was just saying that it's I think with the regular time slots, this being a regular time slot in the sense that everybody kind of races in this range / time week in, week out. You see the same names in this stream. Even if they're not in here, they are racing against. There's a lot of familiar names. I'm not sure that everybody realizes that what this is going to entail. And I was saying, I jokingly say every week, like, let's not go out wild, because there's some stuff that's going to go down in this. And if it's a wild pace like race 1 was, like, it's I mean, all the power to, if you can sustain that, don't get me wrong. If you can go out there and you can attack this gangbusters from the start and go, my bet it's going to be an hour and a half plus effort, and you can do that, like, all the power to you. You are a stud. You're a stud, and it's well deserved. And you probably shouldn't be in my category because I'm an old man. Hey, Miguel, how's it going? You're loving the sound of the new Rode mics that you got for stuff. You're sounding fantastic, my dude. I blew out so bad in the grade, then on the final epic KOM reverse. Yeah, can't say I did a bad. I got a number of new segment PRs, but yeah, it's almost 1K of elevation, and it's hard as nails. If they can do that, they're in the wrong category. 100%, 100%. It's this is going to be a battle of attrition. There might be, I mean, I guess in a way it makes it a little bit more interesting in the sense that some people might get caught. It's usually what happens. This is a little bit more ZRL-y in the sense that I think the elevation, I don't know if people will go out as hard, but ZRL, it's like go till you blow, and then it's just like limp home. I am in, what is it, range 1, like, what is it, the 390 is the top? Is it 390 that's the top? 270 to 390. There's a lot of Bs, man. It's, which is surprising to me. I was looking, there's a lot of Bs in there, and there's a lot of people that are private. And scarily enough, there's a lot of people that have, when I was taking a look, have very little time on Zwift. So it's like, I don't know. I got my suspicions. There we go. Thanks. Miguel's on the ball. Yeah, and I'm sitting in the 270 somewhere. So it's, or sorry, 370 somewhere. Yeah. But you still did great there, and you still did fantastic. It was, I mean, these are tough. I've seen a couple people do races, and it's extremely hard if you're going for it. Yeah, 100%. This will be mostly low-end Bs. You know, for what it's worth, the categories I think are a bit still Wild Westy, which is fine. And you know, I would think this is more a true C category, I would hope, but it seems to be still a little bit more populated by Bs, and that's fine. And like I say again, this isn't to my strength at all. Like, I would love to be doing flat stage in this group. Would love it, but you know, because I was holding my own in the one above for flat, and then we had to see. That's the funny thing is with Zwift Games, the flat races started in the higher category. Then we had the time change, and now we're in range 1 because we changed an hour. So now we're on the opposite hour. So now we're in range 1, we're on the lower range. If I'd been in range 1 in the lower ones, that may have actually been to my disadvantage if I had, because I did okay in the first race. Had I done that much better, maybe it would have pushed me into the next category, and then I would have just been simply dead. CRS doesn't want to drop. There's quite a few low Bs, quite a few low Bs. It's And looking at their scores, it's funny because it's like they're Bs, but their score is like super low, like in the 200s. Now 532. Boy, yeah, it's once you get there, I don't know. I guess if you're not riding and racing, it might drop a bit. I don't know. I mean, it took a bit of a hit when I came back from Malaysia, my score, and we've been, you know, creeping back up, but who knows? Who knows? But it's going to be, this is going to be tough. Like I said, it would be interesting if you didn't actually had to figure out what bike you were going to ride for this thing. In the sense that, I mean, I think the Pinarello in the Envies is probably the best balanced choice, but for someone like me, I almost think Athos. I know there's a few downhills and such, and there's a good amount of flat-ish rolly at the beginning, but oh, you can e-coach away, Darren. It's we're gonna try and just kind of hover that line, I think. Like I said, typically we're doing these races, we're running over FTP. It's funny when you take a look at an intensity factor after the fact. A lot of times I'm running at 1.05, 06, 04. So I'm over my FTP for the duration of the races, but they're all sub 60s. So it's not uncommon. This guy is not going to be that. And I don't blame you for being shattered. Hey, George. This is the, yes, this is the ZBC. Zwift betting channel. I'm not sure this race is going to be as heavily populated as the other ones either, but it might be. It might be, and they've been pretty packed, these races, so we'll see. We'll see how it sort of goes. That's good. That's and you were like hour 20 something for your race, so I mean that's pretty good. Especially like I said, like IF is great marker for an hour. So if you're on an hour and if your IF is 1, you've basically done your FTP. If you've gone over that, you've done more than your FTP. Now, IF gets less accurate the more you move, the shorter the race and the longer the race. So, I mean, you are pretty much probably right on your red line the whole way. We've got a plan to try to not blow up anywhere. Yeah, no, I hear you there, Miguel. That's exactly why I wasn't at the Alp thing either. It's if I had done that, I would have been toast. And to be honest, like I did my threshold. I had an hour and a half threshold workout on Saturday, and like my legs were cooked at that. Yeah, I feel that, George. I kind of got home and I'm like, God damn, we're gonna have to do this. And it's like, well, we're gonna do it. We'll see. Like I said, I mean, I don't mind a longer race. I just prefer that it be flat. Is really what it is, so I can do lots of drafting and be lazy and, you know, use my wattage to my advantage, but that's not going to be the case here at all. That form, it doesn't matter at all. Yeah, it's this is going to be whatever it's going to be. I don't know what to expect for myself here. It's either going to go as expected, better than expected, or way worse than expected, and I'm not sure which one of those things are gonna show off today. It's gonna be. I appreciate that, Noah. It's gonna be something else. I see Peter started Zwifting, so maybe Peter's joining us. I did 60 minutes on Zone 2 on Saturday, and that went hurt, so I knew, yeah. Yeah, it's, you got to read your body. 47 right now, I might join. Oh, that's awesome, Jeffrey. It's a good number still. Like I said, I think there's going to be some definitive groups within this. I'm just hoping it's not wild. Only his ZRS is even higher. There you go. Top 20 be nice. I don't know, man. It's I mean, it's the climber stage. I mean, to be fair, I'm going to be as lazy as possible. It's I don't want to go hard. I'm just going to kind of sit in things. Everybody should remember they get one power up and one power up alone. Yeah, that's racing up is tough. I will say that. Depending on how much. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What do we have? We got 48 signed up. So it's gonna be interesting. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Nice job on the weekend, though. That was, hey, thanks for the follow, Winnie. That was nice racing on the weekend there, Mark. That was an awesome crit race to watch while I worked away. Yeah, we got a little bit of stretch to do here. In a couple more minutes, jump out, roll out the piriformis. Yeah, but that's awesome, Mark. That was, like I said, that was perfectly timed. It was awesome. You did a great job. If you haven't watched it, at some point, head over to Mark's channel. Watch his stream from Sunday, where he does Crit City, and it was textbook. That's what I'm going to say about it. It was great. Hey, Steph. How's it going? I think I saw you on Can't remember what stream I was watching, but I saw you riding up the Alps, Steph, on the buffalo bike, it looked like. Which I thought was brave, very brave. All right, I'm gonna still talk, but I do gotta stretch out my leg here just to make sure I'm on the good side of stretched, because I'm sure it's gonna tighten up at some point here during the race. I should almost have like intermission videos where when I step out, I do stuff. My buddy, Mum's Universe, who did live streaming, he just had his second kid, or his kid, so he's just he's taking his hiatus. But he used to have like some awesome like old cartoons and commercials that he used to play when he would kind of step away from the keyboard for a minute, which was really kind of cool. He had that, I don't know if I'm going to date myself here, but when I used to go to the movie theater as a kid, they used to have like that hot dog that would jump through the hoops, and it was like a carnival thing, and popcorn. They would have like an intermission in the movie. I think it was when they kind of changed the reels of the film, way back when it wasn't kind of like the seamless thing that it is now. But yeah, he kind of has all that stuff, which is cool, which is very, very cool. Hey. Thanks, Rob. No worries. Yeah, that's early, man. I definitely do. I'm just, this is gonna be, it's gonna be one of those, I think. It's gonna be one of those races. Yeah, 4:17's way too early to catch the train. Or 4:19. That's not fun. I mean, I guess it's what you're used to, but still, it's not ideal by any. All right. Yeah, I expect this to be a battle. Streamlabs does know you. We kind of got Streamlabs, knock on wood, and the bot have seemed to have done well. Hey, Philippe. I'm not that far behind you in weight, Philippe, so I feel your pain. Everybody went crazy on drivers, eh? Yeah, it's that's what I mean. It's early stage attacks. It's on a course like this is probably not ideal. Thanks, Philippe. Ugh. Well, almost time to join that pen. Oh, that's right. I forgot. This thing has none of the cool stuff. Oh, okay, that makes... Yeah, I was watching... Like I said, I watched a couple streams, and a couple times people got left what I would call dangling out in the wind, which is shitty. It's just not great. You're 20 minutes behind. Welcome to the stream, Rob. Welcome to present day. Glad to see you back to the future. You got to fulfill your water boy duties. All right, so just so you know, that's one bottle done from the warm-up. Oh, you've got some duties to do for the Dirt Racing Series? Oh no, I completely acknowledged you when you were in here, Rob. I came in off screen. When you came in, I may have been stretching, but I saw that. I saw that you got to get the 419 train and all that kind of stuff. We love you, man. I'm not going to ignore you here. What do we got? 25. Looks like Miguel's on a BMX. I thought about it, but do the rad epic challenge, but I don't trust software developers enough to think that they've actually neutralized bikes. Somehow I think there's like little advantages in there. Yeah, we're not going full rad or atomic cruiser. We're just sticking with the Pinarello with the Envies. You got to get your sleep there, Rob. So what, it's 11 o'clock there for you guys right now? UK time? Thanks, man. I appreciate it deeply. You have yourself a good sleep, my man. Don't worry, there's always a replay to watch, and then you can skip to the glory parts where I die. See, I'm worried about that too, that I'm not going to be able to sleep after this. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it. Ooh. JD has no prediction either, other than it's gonna hurt. I was gonna change the bet to either JD dies or JD lives. No rage quit. That's also true. Ah. Oh, that's awesome. Good to have you in here, Ethan. Best of luck. JD lives forever. Ah. It's going to be a wild start to the week, I tell you. I'm supposed to do VO2 max tomorrow. It's going to be interesting what Trainer Rhodes says to me about after this, which is probably like, don't do VO2 max tomorrow, is what I'm hoping for. I got a couple sprints in, you bet. Actually, more than a couple. All right. Getting there. This is gonna be a race. All right. Love all you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Is that actually Bo Jackson? Tell me number 15 is not actually Bo Jackson. A couple feathers off the hop. Hey, Winx. Welcome to the stream. You're looking awfully on the front for not warming up, Ethan. Brad Jackson. I'm glad it's not Bo Jackson. Look at that rad looking Miguel in front of me. And he was doing 2.5 in the pen with a 75 heart rate. So that's not a good sign. Now, some more power ups going. Those guys can form a break if they want. Except for the uphill parts, lady. Hey, Rob. Yeah, it's going not too bad, man. For now. Don't worry, it'll become a hot mess soon enough. Whew. That was tough. Oh, trying to get as much recovery. You still bet though, Mark. Thanks, people, Brox. Mine ITs of the grade, yeah.
Ale, 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 ale.
Whew. Coming up on you, Miguel.
Ale, 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 ale.
Holy shit. Whew. Ooh, that was brutal.
Oh, the humanity, he is slower than a disabled sausage dog.
This is where being fat is good. Thanks, Yoon. Man, that was a tough climb, man, and we still got that other one to go. Slammer's doing like 4.4 watts a kilo to keep up to me doing nothing. It shows you the difference between weight and fat. Ooh, got a little gel on my glasses. Deal with that later, I guess. I'm 9 kilograms more. There we go. Cheeseburger's paying off. Until that next up, and then I'm dead.
Ale, 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 ale.
Oh God, radio tower for this would kill me. It's gonna kill me anyways. Hey, Peter. Oh.
Ale, 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 ale.
I've been working out so hard today that my sleeves fell off. Ah!
For the humanity, he is slower than a disabled sausage dog.
Ale, 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 ale.
Next question. Yeah, hi, can you ride fast? Fuck you!
Oh. Whew. Oh. Oh. Fuck me. Whew. My God. That's just relentless. Relentless. Winning 3-7. All right, cool. Thanks for coming out. Oh, that was tough. That was tough. Really, really tough. Sorry about the lack of chatter. I was just trying not to die. You know, I guess if we had the die not die bet, I would have not died. I know, winner at 3-7. C. They should be winning the stage anyways if they're really late. Oh, thanks, I love beef. Oh, just give me a minute to get my brains back into my head. Oh, all my blood in my legs and my heart. Oh my God. Well, that is done. Anybody else has to do that this week? Best of luck to you. Piece of cake. Not a big deal at all. I could have done the Alp yesterday and done this. Said nobody ever. It's worth a try, man. It's worth a try. Oh. Well, let's take a look at all the finishers. I know Miguel was at least a minute ahead. Nicely done, Miguel. Top 10. Nicely done. Beautiful job. Big round of applause for everybody that just finishes this damn thing, man. Like, go. That is, but I'll tell you, man, it's fun. It's fun. You know, I'm much more a flatlander, as you all know. But good to be challenged. I mean, I'll take top 15. Like, that's nuts. That's nuts. Ethan, nicely done, 20th place. Like I said, everybody in here deserves a big round of applause, man. Like, that's brutal. Whew. Whew. Yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, that's the key to this is, I know you want to chase. I know I want to chase, but I also know it's like I need to sit around that that wattage mark, or I'm gonna blow up. And I mean, I can push occasionally. You know, push a bit, ease off a bit, push a bit, ease off a bit, but you know, if you go too hard, like you're gonna pop. I felt I was gonna, even though I managed to stay with a second climb, I felt like it was pushing me towards my edge. And that's why on the next one, it's like I just have to do my own thing. And even the grade at parts, like holding that 230 to 250 average, you know, my FTP is like 267 theoretically. So it's like, you got to do it. Next target, sub 125 for me. Nice. Oh, this was 270 to 390. Is that what it is? I can't keep track. It's like the one they let me in. But I was looking beforehand. There are a lot of Bs, lots of Bs. My ZRS dropped enough that I'm in B car for range 2. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that's a great range though, Miguel. Like, that's too much for me. I'll pop at that kind of thing. That's it's over my FTP. I tell you, it's a mighty crazy. No, I just realized the elevation maps made an appearance on the screen. I didn't even know that was on. Oh, I was 39, 32 on the entire climb up the grade and epic. Nice. Nice. CRS is 563. Very good. Oh, I tell you, man, that's a tough hour and a half. Like, it's I bet you we're gonna see this make its appearance in ZRL and stuff. For a climbing stage, it's a great stage. And I ran out of my bottle just in time. How many of you guys are racing this week? I know Darren's already done it. Miguel's already done it. I'll avoid you like malaria. Nice. Oh, dropped hard on Fox Hill. 5:56. Man, actually, I don't even know. This will be interesting to see kind of what's going on. There's the route complete. I get my Velo Mac thing because I've skipped 2 stages because conflicted with training. Let's take a look at the it's not a Darren graph. There's a lot of red. There's a good amount of blue too, which is good. This section in really helped me, this super tuck portion. But there are makeup races next week. I'm good. Quick feedback on Trainer Road integration with Zwift. The Trainer Road integration with Zwift, I put a video out last week. I talked a lot about the stuff. I mean, I've been on Trainer Road for a long time and I rode it anyways. Like, I race on Zwift and then everything else I do on Trainer Road, and I've done that for a while. Just like structured training wise, since November, normally in the off season, my FTP just kind of holds. And I'm doing an FTP video probably in 2-3 weeks time. This week is the Alley Cat race. Next week's next week after that's a KOM cycling product, and then another KOM cycling product. But and then I'll probably have the FTP thing. But my FTP, like, it usually hovers at the same. I reduce in the winter. I was talking to Miguel about this. I reduce my riding in the winter, and I just kind of go into maintenance mode and do a lot of strength training, build muscle, and not worry about that kind of thing. And then come about this time is when I start picking up the pace, and then spring, and then get into things. And then usually I peak around August, September. This is the first winter that I've gone up. I have strictly followed Trainer Road's training program since getting over my illness from coming back from Malaysia. So Malaysia was in November. December I was sick. I did the full PRL. Had respiratory virus, and then January, February, and March. So in 3 months, I've gone up from my 230 to 267. So that's kind of where that's at. The integration with Trainer Road is, the nice thing is that if you're working on drops, or in my case now the Aero socks, is that you can do your Trainer Road program. It goes directly across. The nice thing about it for you, Darren, with Trainer Road is they also take into consideration like running. So if you're doing your running workouts, it'll tell you, and the AI will eventually learn and tell you when you need to take days off. So even though my volume is low, Trainer Road has been able to identify. So I have heavy leg days during the week, so I'll be, doing squat rack stuff. So I'll be on the squat bar. I'll be doing about like 225 on that. And then I'll be doing leg press. I'll be doing anywhere from 270 to like 315 on that. So like heavy leg days, and then deadlifts on top of that. So it just like, I obliterate my legs for one day. And it recognizes that, even though like I'll typically do an endurance ride that night to kind of wash some of the lactic out of it. So I'll do a 2 a day, which some people may argue is probably not a good thing. But I just like to get that kind of out of the system. And it'll recognize it and tell me that I need to take rest days or change things to endurance days. And the AI is pretty good at adapting. Today's recommendation was 30 minutes. This is very true, Paul. It's even myself, like like the volume, I'll tell you, in the summer, I will ignore Trainer Road because typically my typical ride is no less than 50K. A lot of times I'm riding with like Ryan or some of the Bicky guys, and like they'll do 100+ kilometer days, day in, day out. Like Ryan's training in Spain right now, and he'll obliterate me when he gets back. And I just kind of go for the abuse. But I'll ignore it during the summer because that's kind of when things are. But I mean, if you're doing race prep and all that kind of stuff, it's ideal to listen to it. I don't have anything that's that important, so it's kind of thing. But you'll increase. Like I will say between January and now, I have got a great FTP bump for doing what I would consider not a lot of riding. Not a lot of riding. And what Darren won't like as well is sometimes like the volume isn't high. Like I will do an hour, but it's like the intensity's nuts. So the nice thing is, Darren, when you have a goal like you do, you can set a date and kind of what it is, and it will train you for that. You specifically say what you're training for, and it will try to it sounds like, yeah, but the Garmin head unit just says rest all the time. It doesn't give you any other option. Same thing, I've got like an athletic thing that monitors your heart rate variability. And a lot of times when it says I'm ready, I'm not. And a lot of times when it says I'm dead, I'm not. It's kind of all over the place. You just have to use them as tools. And like I said, I have a video coming out. And the big thing I can say about anything, like FTP or Trainer Road or all that kind of stuff, or even with coaching and all that kind of stuff, they're all tools. And ultimately, the best thing you're going to do is you're going to get a real life coach that is sports specific and knows things in and out and understands the nuances of stuff. Trainer Road is great if you have nobody. It provides you some guidance. It's got a lot of stuff in there, but it's still a computer and it might not know 100%. But it's crazy. My sprint power has gone up since weight training, 1279 according to Strava. Beautiful. And that's what I do. Like, honest to God, that's why I do the weightlifting in the winter. And then it falls off in the spring. It's like you bulk up when you don't need it. Like, I mean, I'm not doing terribly long rides. Once the boys get out and we're doing 137K in the mountains, it's going to be nuts. It's all that stuff goes out the window because the stress is too much. Speaking to Alex Coe. I'm not sure who that is, but yeah, it's all good stuff, man. It's all good stuff. All right, Steph, I appreciate it. Thanks for cheering me on, man. Like, get some rest. I appreciate it so much. The coach of Restart Zwift Elite Racing Team. Nice. Dave says, great job, JD. You rocked the race. Got to run. Cheers. You have a good one too, Dave. Appreciate it. Everybody, please do smash that like button. It does help us out immensely. But yeah, Darren, I'll say this. The nice thing about Trainer Road, and I don't get paid to say any of this, I pay my own money to use it, is they do have a 30-day free trial. If you don't like it, they will give you your money back. Give it a try for a month, just see what it's like. But it's easy to port over to Zwift. It's just like running training in Zwift, but you just work towards those goals. I use it just because now, like I said, you work towards unlocks and stuff like that. You get a little bit of elevation that you don't get otherwise. But the bulk of it is in there. I spend more time in Trainer Road working on stuff and setting out plans and planning my calendar because I like structure for when I'm working out and knowing what I'm doing, and it does a really good job of that. So it does a good job. I can't speak to anything else because that's all I've written. Thanks, Ethan. But too analytical for me. Like I said, Trainer Road, it will analyze stuff and recommend what to do. I mean, you can just blindly follow and do what you want to do. You tell it at the beginning, it'll ask you a questionnaire of what you're going to do. You put in key dates of when you want to do like your attempts or your races, whether that's running or otherwise, and it builds your plans around that. It'll taper you when it needs to, and it builds you up when it needs to build you up. So it's good. And again, like I said, I talk a little bit more about it kind of in detail in the video on the channel. So check that out. And you can always pop questions in the Discord as well. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that anybody has. That's what I'm here for. So all that kind of stuff. Yeah, beauty job, Miguel. Top 10. That's awesome. I can't wait to see your video, my man. Anyways, appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. I got to jump in the shower. I just got to lay down for a bit because I am feeling that. But thanks for sticking with me. That was a long race. Appreciate it. I know I was kind of like blanked and doing my thing, but I could feel you all there cheering me on, and I appreciate that deeply. Make sure to check out the videos. Lots of great guys doing Ryan Condon's Alpha to Zwift. Check that out. I know he's got his video coming out. Darren did this earlier. He did an awesome job on that. Check that out as well. Mark Rides. Check out his crit race from Sunday because it was magical. It is a great video. Watch it. Just go watch it. Go watch Mark Rides Bikes. He was in the chat earlier. And then Miguel, I'm sure, will have a video out in the next couple days on this. But anyways, as always, remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button. Appreciate it, guys. You guys are amazing. We will catch you all. See ya.